to the Career Success Academy. I'm Steve, and today we're going to start a new short series of videos on confidence and positive mental attitude, because it can make the difference between you getting that job or not getting that job. Here's what we want to talk about. Today, we're going to talk about those people who are in a job right now. Yes, the economy is worsening. Yes, there's a ton of layoffs going on. I believe that the number I saw was between January and today. We're recording this now in June of 2023. There have been over 400,000 layoffs. So there are companies laying off, and yet we know that there are less jobs now for the people that are looking for the jobs. We want to make sure that you can get that next job. If you feel like you're trapped where you currently are, and what am I talking about? Against all advice from everywhere, you have decided you want to resign. And that's very important because since our topic is confidence, if you have mentally checked out, if you're done where you're at, then your confidence level is going to be extremely small. So we're going to cover a couple of things here. We're going to talk about your confidence level and keeping that level up. We're going to talk about the questions you should be asking your next employer when you get to the interview stage, so that you can make sure you're not going from one bad situation to another bad situation. And then we're going to talk about being flexible and what you might really be looking for. Again, this is your head. I'm just going to talk about people in general. So your situation might be a little more different than what we're going to talk about. I want to take a moment here before we jump right in to say, please take the time to like and to share this video with your friends, especially if you know friends who are in a situation where they want to change jobs and they feel like they're stuck where they are. Okay, the Career Success Academy, what do? We're a small team of people that are dedicated to helping you get your next job opportunity, advance your career by getting that next job. Okay. All that being said, what we're really talking about here is your mental state where you've already checked out. You've already mentally resigned, even if you haven't resigned officially. That's a terrible situation. Your productivity is going down. Your work performance is going down. You're not as nice of a person as you used to be because you really don't like getting up early, driving to work, getting into work, doing your job, driving home. You hate everything about your job. It's usually because of one of a couple of reasons, not necessarily because of the money they're paying you. It's because, number one, they don't trust you anymore, or you don't feel trusted. Or number two, you're not being recognized for the things that you've done. That appreciation is not there. Maybe you were promised something that never materialized. It could be a lack of communication. It could be 100 different situations, but you're not happy. Well, what you have to do is identify what's really, really bothering you about this job. Maybe at one point you were a lot more flexible. And what I mean by flexible is they didn't have you working overtime all the time, or because they have a shortage of workers. That's not your fault. But you put in the extra time when they ask you, and there's no outward sign of appreciation. It's as if they just feel like, yeah, you'll do it. We asked her before she did it. We mentioned to him he had to work on a Saturday, and he did. So we'll just schedule him for every Saturday. Yeah, how's that work out? Not very good. So here's a couple of things that you should be asking in that interview. You know, in previous videos, we have said that you should be prepared with questions for you to ask your interviewer when you're interviewing. Well, one of the things to ask is, what is your manager's management style? How much flexibility are they going to give you? Are you reporting in weekly? Are you reporting in daily? Are they micromanaging you? That's what you want to know. So what are we going to be asking? We're going to ask them, what is their management philosophy? What is their management style? Are you going to be putting in your status into a computer? Are you going to have a weekly call? Are you going to have a face-to-face meeting? What's the story? And the other thing you want to know is, if you want to talk about something, whether it's a gripe or a criticism or an idea for doing something or whatever it might be, what kind of access are you going to have to your supervisor? Can you have a one-on-one meeting? And while we're talking about one-on-one meetings, who comes up with your performance review? Is it an annual review? Some places are doing reviews twice a year or more. And are the goals that the company gives you for your performance review, which is your compensation, are the goals achievable? Can you meet your goals? Because if you can't, then what's the point? So you are in a situation where you can ask questions about the culture of the organization that you might be working for. And you might just find out that your confidence level is going to skyrocket. Your positive attitude is going to soar, because this next place is totally unlike the place that you're leaving, where you already mentally resigned. Let's recap. What we're really talking about here is your engagement with your current employer and your engagement with your next prospective employer. You've pretty much disengaged from your current employer because you've mentally resigned. You need a positive mental attitude. You need ultimate confidence. You've got to demonstrate that you are providing positive results for your current employer, because that's what your next employer wants to hear and see. Remember, this is all about your value to your next employer. So you have to have the confidence to demonstrate your value to that next employer who's interviewing you because they see something you like. It's all about the right positive attitude. Have the attitude and you will get that next position and get yourself out of a terrible position where you're currently working. Again, I'm Steve. This is the Career Success Academy. Please like, please subscribe to our channel, please share this video. And we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.